Okay. That's a pretty good offense, Tyler. Yeah. Jaden Daniels, I mean, doesn't get much better than that. They didn't have much chance, did they? This thing was just pressure, hitting hard, uh, complex schemes, a lot of different pressures by Jeff Halfley. Daniels exit with a knee injury. He got knocked around. He gets sacked 4 times. He has to run the ball 7. I mean, they kept battling. Washington's got a lot of pride, but they just were kind of inundated, kind of out of it. And it was more than a 9-point game. All right, let's look at the individuals up front. Let's start with Devontae Wyatt. 5-1 on the snap count. Now he tires. He does tire. He does stand around when he's in there on a maybe third or fourth play. But he gets his hands up at least when he's stymied at the line of scrimmage and he batted 2 balls. When he's fresh, oof. Brandon Coleman, I think he's a pretty good guard. He beat pressure against Coleman with a spin. He hustled back on a check down and assisted on the tackle. I couldn't believe Devontae Wyatt was hustling like that. I mean, let's face it, Parsons got this whole bunch just smelling it right now, and they're playing out of their butts. He gets a knockdown against Coleman again. Really good hand usage on that rush. He gets half a sack against Coleman. He got a hurry against the center, Biotish. No, he's not a great run player, but he's better than he was the last couple of years. I will hand him that. I watched him a lot this morning. I watched him and Brooks on every snap against the run primarily. Brooks played 48 snaps. I saw him, as I mentioned, his senior year at Bowling Green. I saw him live playing defensive end. I watched him that whole game, and I liked him, but I didn't see this development. He got blown away on a third and 1 running play. He's not a great run player either. I mean, the loss of Kenny Clark, we're not really sure how much that is. But when it is felt, I still think he's a better rundown player than anybody the Packers currently have at DT. All right, much better. We shall see. Brooks got a knockdown against Allegretti, the backup guard, who's really not very good. And then he missed Samuel out in the open field, Debo. The rookie from Georgia, Nazir Stackhouse, played 3 snaps. You know, he was overweight at Georgia, man. He's trimmed down. He looks better in a uniform here. One of his third snap showed a lot of power straight ahead on a power rush. It's kind of impressive. Colby Wooden, he only played 21 in this game. I thought he was okay against the run. He's must have added weight from what he was in college, 285, I think it was. All right, that's it inside. Now let's go to the outside. Let's start with Parsons. 47 snaps this week. So he's out of there on first down when it's 50-50 run, 1st and 10 to start a series. You know, when it's not a 2-minute hurry-up deal, they get him the heck out of there. Great. He doesn't need to be on the field then. Because late in the game, in 2 minutes, after his 3rd or 4th consecutive snap, his rush peters out. I mean, he's tired too. He just would kind of give himself into a double team. But when he's fresh, the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd snap of a series, oof. He's hell on wheels, Tyler, isn't he? You've seen it. He got the holding penalty on Allegretti early. He's in there standing up over the and it was, I'll call him a tackle on this play, but he's in a stand-up position. And he runs a TT with the other tackle. That's a good way to escape a double team. And he came off onto a single and applied pressure. He had really nice recognition and chase on a screen pass. I liked him getting out of that stack. He got half a knockdown against Tunsil. He's perpetual motion right now. He's energized. He's fresher than heck. He had half a sack on an in against the rookie Connerly, the 1st-round pick from Oregon. There's one play, there's 3 people on him, 2 offensive linemen and a running back. He still applies pressure, and Daniels felt it, and he ran, gained 8. That was late in the 1st half. He got another flush against Connerly. He got another flush against Tunsil. I mean, I don't count him. There was 7, 8 pressures in this game. Half a sack, who cares? He's setting up other people. All right, let's go to Gary. Now Gary's getting more single teams than he had in quite a while. He's playing okay. He got a sack against Connerly in 4.2. Ertz, the tight end, was also involved in that play. He got one other flush, but there was nothing special there. And Igbare, he hurt Daniel's knee. You know, it wasn't nothing intentional when he ran up in the pocket and 4 minutes left for a 1 yard gain. Sorrell, let's get his numbers. Sorrell was a 4th-round pick from Texas this year. 6'3", 255, ran 4.71. Yeah, he was productive at Texas. Short arms, 32 and a quarter. All right, in this game, he played 8 snaps. He got 2 flushes, Tyler. He showed a nice get-off. He got a flush against Laramie Tunsil, a flush against Connerly. It was pretty impressive. 4th-round pick. Looks like the guy might be something. And then Van Ness. Let's go to Van Ness. 35 snaps. So on first down, Parsons is out, Van Ness is in. And then if it's 2nd and 10, usually Van Ness will work down inside and Parsons comes in outside. Let's just say that could be the base configuration. Van Ness had a tackle for loss on a zone read. Daniels should have kept the ball. He really showed good get-off in this game. He was anticipating that snap count by Biotish. He had an offsides on the 2-point. He got a knockdown. He got a flush. Played pretty good, Tyler. He's playing better than he has. That pass rush right now, you got Parsons, you got Gary. Excuse me, Parsons 1, Wyatt 2, Gary 3, Cooper 4. Then you got Brooks is not a bad pass rushing DT. And Igbare, we saw him power rush last year. He's not back there yet. Wooden has quickness. Sorrell is an interesting prospect. And they haven't even had to inject running back or defensive backs in the pass rush. That's a lot of rush, Tyler. That's a lot of problem. Yeah, the Detroit O-line was overmatched, and the Redskins, they were at home both games. All right, now let's see him do it against a good O-line, good quarterback on the road. Now that won't be this week, although Cleveland's O-line's not that bad. All right, I'm going too long here, Tyler. Anything you want to say about the front seven?
Yeah, I think that front seven aged pretty well when you see what Jared Goff was able to do against Chicago, and Caleb Williams even had some time. You watch these other games, and it's just, I mean, that's the game I was kind of dialed into on Sunday. But even like the Bills Ravens week 1, I don't know. Think everybody listening, think of what game you've been watching. It doesn't seem as frenetic as Green Bay's front. It is somebody flashing across the quarterback's eyes in less than 2 seconds repeatedly. Richard Sherman made that point ahead of the game. I never really thought of it like this. And he pulled up a play from that Packers-Lions game where Micah Parsons was just instantly right there in Goff's face. And it was just like, he said, it's like flashing color. Like you see color immediately. And Fitzpatrick had a funny line. Richard Sherman goes, "Hey, what's it like as a quarterback when you just see color right away like that?" And Fitz said, I don't see color, Sherm. I don't know what you're talking about. But there is something to that where he might not register a sack or a pressure or a hurry or a hit or anything, but just making a move off the line and instantly making the quarterback think this game happened so fast. Like these quarterbacks have to make their decision immediately after the snap. And if you throw that off, that makes such a difference. And I think that's why we're seeing Lucas Van Ness and Rashad Gary and Devontae Wyatt and Ezra Cooper, all these other players get to the quarterback and make a difference. It's why you pay Micah Parsons all that money. Right? That's why Jerry Jones shouldn't have thought twice a year plus ago. Just get it done. Just pay him. It makes everybody else better.